Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Justin Stapleton.
All right, first round of what will be two pretty windy days is slowly starting to end. Our front has been moving, trucking very quickly actually, up across portions of the Cascades now, and that'll sort of chew it up some as it moves through. It's been weakening throughout most of the day as we've seen the low start to stretch back off towards the northwest. So all that does is basically just weaken the overall intensity of the system. Now, that said, there is still some impacts out there. We've got nice little bit of snow starting to fall across portions of Crater Lake there. You can see the middle of the lake. In through southern sections of the state there. And then watch this, a little bit of lightning strikes just north of Florence up near Agate Beach working its way across as well. And that may be something we have to deal with over the next couple of days. So a lot of folks have been talking to her on Twitter or this and that have said, wow, we've really been enjoying ourselves out towards the beach. Our friend Jim, Bandon Jim, who always sends us great stuff, he's been out at the beach as well. And in fact has said the seas and swells have been very impressive across portions of the South Beach. Now, we've got coastal flood warnings that are out through 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The high wind warnings that are out along the coast, look at that, have been extended through 10 o'clock tomorrow night. And that does include more than just the coast, but we're talking the entire Willamette Valley as well, where we could be looking at some pretty substantial winds by tomorrow afternoon. So let's break down the timing for you. Now, this will mainly be late morning through about middle of the afternoon, and that's when the storm itself will be moving up the coastline. And what happens is the pressure gradient, or the lines of pressure in the atmosphere, kind of squeeze together, and it's like putting water from a larger pipe to a smaller. It increases the speed. As they relax, you get another background or another round of those strong winds. So we could see wind gusts in excess of 50 to 60, maybe hurricane force winds or stronger at times as you get out across portions of the coast. Wind gusts today, 50 out at the airport in Newport, 72 at the Aquina Bridge, in Corvallis at the airport, 31 and almost 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts out towards the airport here in Eugene. Rainfall totals, those have been pretty impressive as well. Very saturated ground across the coast. Will likely add an additional maybe inch to a half an inch of rain. And this is why we've got another big system developing. You can see all of this moisture out here. This is all going to be rain. And the low itself is still developing. So this is going to curl up and just ride up along the coastline over the next 24 hours. So watch what happens. We start off dry. We get the first wave moving through right about the time you head to work. And then watch the low itself. You can see it kind of spinning there on the stormcast. That's when we could see some of the strongest wind impact. Central coast, north coast, we could also be looking at some damaging winds up along the north coast in the northern part of the valley. So let's say if you have a flight tomorrow afternoon, you're heading north up the I-5, it will be very breezy there, and especially across the bridges out on Highway 101. So we'll go wind gusts, 55, 60 south coast, 65 to about 80 central coast, and it will be fairly windy and rainy throughout most of the early part of the day. Now, for the Umpqua, I think most of the rain will be in the morning, and then just wind and some breaks in the clouds in the afternoon. Cascades, rain at first, could change some of that to sloppy snow late in the night. And then Central Oregon, same thing. Rain showers, breezy, temperatures well above freezing, so no frozen concerns there. And in the Willamette Valley, we'll go mid-50s for tomorrow and another breezy day. For the coast, see things kind of quiet down as we get to Saturday and Sunday, and that'll mean mid-50s. That'll also mean the high pressure brings the colder air in but dries us out for the Umpqua, and highs will only be in the upper 40s. And look at the temperatures really drop as you get into the Cascades. We'll start to add some decent snow up into the Cascades early next week, and then here in the Willamette Valley, we'll go 54 tomorrow, and then dropping back a little close to where we should be for this time of year. We've been basking in the late 60, or late, we'll call it October and early September temperatures.
We have been basking, that's for sure.
We have some extra moments. We're going to bring in that pregnancy simulator so you can feel what it's like to go through birthing.
No. I want you guys both to try it.
Yeah, you do.
Let's hook everybody up. Revealed today.